Hello there, and welcome to this YouTube channel, your number one channel, Value Talks Africa. This is about youth mentorship, this is about personal development, this is about employee motivation, this is about corporate trainings. We are changing the society. Okay, so today we are talking about something rather interesting, another secret between the haves and the have-nots. Okay, and going to be a mind-blowing thing, and this is it. We're talking about understanding today. It's a major secret, actually. Okay, so to set the stage on, let me see this. There's a difference between hearing and understanding. There's a difference between hearing and understanding. Those two things, they bring or they cause rather a lot of difference. They're the difference makers. They are the difference makers. Okay, so one group of party are busy finding opportunities. They are busy, helping the society. They are busy changing the youth. They are busy accumulating wealth and happiness. Another group is busy complaining. Why are we not having this and this? Why is so and so having that and that? Why is it not me? That is it. Okay, so another major difference is between hearing and understanding. These are very, 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 very big difference. So this is what we can say today. Understanding is such a major key thing. Understanding is such a major key thing. If you have to make the difference, if you have to make a difference in your life, if you have to make a difference in this society, if you have to bring any transformation, understanding is key, not hearing. Do you know something? All the desires that you have in your heart, if you had the right understanding, the right knowledge, the right information, and understood it nicely, you'd actually be of big impact, not only to your own self, not only to your own family, but the rest of the world, members of the public. This is what we can say. Yeah, hearing changes nothing. That is what I can say. Hearing changes nothing. Mark this. Think about this for a minute. Hearing changes nothing. If hearing would change anything, then all of us would be billionaires. All of us would be happy. All of us will be great transformational leaders. All of us could be of positive impact to the society. But this is it. This is the difference. Those who go an extra mile of understanding, those who understand something after they hear about it, these are the people who are making this society to change. Okay, so this is actually what we now can. Understanding changes direction. If you understood something, your direction, your approach, your thinking would definitely go on changing. If it's about investment, you'd go rather investing immediately if you understood, rather than just hearing. Understanding also brings action. You see, in life it's about action. If you don't do an action, your life is not going to change. If you hear something, not change. If you hear something and understand it, you're gonna take a new direction, new approach, new action. Your life what? It's going to change. Yeah? This is what we are saying. Understanding brings direction and also brings change in yourself, in your family, in your society. Okay, so understanding is such a great producer of action. Understanding is such a great producer of what? Action. Okay, ask yourself, how many people have you ever heard of talking about, in quotes, yeah, I know about that thing. Yes, I know about that other thing, Yeah, I know about that business. Those people make a lot of money. Yeah, yeah, that guy makes a lot of money. Yeah, I have always heard about the blah 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 blah. What they are saying is just hearing, 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 hearing. They have ever heard about that business makes money for the last 20 years. They have always heard about that rich man. They have always heard about that happy, successful family. They would also want their family to be as happy as the other guys. Yeah, yeah, they have always heard about, yeah, how that business is done. What is it that is now making these people not to be successful, not to do more better business, not to be of greater impact in the society or even in their own family? The thing is that they have always heard about it, but they have never understood about it. They have never gone an extra mile of asking an individual, tell me, have you ever heard about this one? Now tell me, how is it done? Your family is a very successful family. Tell me, how do you do? I'm tired and sick of hearing. I want now to understand and be a more better person. Okay? Actually, if you want abundance in life, you need to start understanding. From all those things that you have ever heard about investment, happiness, becoming rich, changing the society, it's about understanding. Abundance is always around us. Abundance is always around us. There's so many opportunities surrounding you. In your office right now, there's an opportunity there. In your place of business, there's an opportunity there. In your college, there's an opportunity there. In your estate, there's an opportunity there. You are just hearing about those opportunities. You have not yet taken, an extra mile of going a step further of understanding. Let me tell you, if you involved your brain to think 5% extra or 10% extra, you would be among the 5% people who are successful in this particular life. Okay, so stop wasting to to hear of more opportunities. Take a step of faith. Take a step of action. Take a step of consultation. Take a step of going for training, seminars. I want some mentorship. Tell me about real estate. Tell me about stock exchange. Like, for example, how many people always keep on saying, stock exchange has a lot of money. Yeah, that guy makes a lot of money. What is it that is now making you? What is it that has ever stopped you from making this particular money? You have simply been hearing about it, but you have never understood how the business is done. You've never read any books. You have never consulted anybody. You have never even taken a step of even going and maybe inquiring from another person, a successful person in stock exchange business, stocks market business. How is this business done? Okay, so this is it. Do you understand the language of opportunities? Do you understand the language of opportunities in this particular life? Okay, you see, this is the tendency of the human brain. If your brain hears something and it doesn't understand it, this is what the brain does. It blocks. Imagine you speaking English and there's some another nationalities they are speaking French or German. Your mind will block. Why? It cannot understand the language. But does this stop from the other party not communicating? No, it is still talking, it's still communicating. It's you simply who does not understand that particular language. Assume if you ever went to a restaurant whereby all the menu is written, addressed in French. You're looking for something to order in English language, there is none. So what happens? You will not order anything. Why? You do not understand the language. Are other people ordering them from the same menu? Yes, they are ordering. Why? They understand the language. Does it mean there is no food in the hotel? No, there is a lot of food. But you are going to starve because you do not understand the language. If you really would understand that particular language of French before, you'd be able to order something. And that is what happens in real life scenario. There are always so many opportunities around us. about investment, about stock markets, about business, about corporate growth, about career growth. But your mind simply is thinking of other different things. Your mind is far away. You are just yelling. You do not want to what? Understand. Okay? Every time we are walking, we are always yelling opportunities. But we are not understanding. The wealthy people, they understand the language of being wealthy. The healthy people understand the language of being healthy. The wealthy people understand the language of real estate. The wealthy people understand about the language of investment in any area. They understand. They heard about it, but they went an extra mile of understanding it. That's the reason why you are not a millionaire. And why are you wondering why other people are millionaires? They speak a different language. There are places that they always go to. Okay? They are the people who always know they surround them. If you surrounded by people and just talking the way you are talking, the same environment that you are in, nothing new, the same old garbage in, garbage out, do you expect to make any change in your life? You do not. So this is it. You have to hear, then understand, then take a step to go and actualize this thing. Okay? Most of the people, they speak the language of, just enough. Most of the people, they speak the language of what? This is it. Majority of the people, they speak the language of just enough, too little. Yeah, that's how we know the economy is. It's about so much corruption in the government. Let me tell you, majority of the people, 95%, are speaking this language. Well, now, since, for example, corruption is too high in the country, is it making successful people not to make their money? No, they are still making their money. So start speaking the language of too much from today. Who are you going to associate yourself with? Where are you going to get the right mentorship? Where are you going to get the concentration? You don't know something. Simply, you don't understand something doesn't mean that now going to stop at that particular thing. Take an extra step. Understand it now from just hearing. I've always had people make money in this. No, now take a step. Okay? So let's just be the changers. Let me tell you, I've always said, it's not about the economy of the country. It's about your own personal economy. Are you making something at an individual level? Are you not, or are you, not making something? This is it. Start understanding, the language of the rich, the language of the happy families, the language of the successful, couples, the language of the, successful investment. All these opportunities are always within us. We are actually seated in these particular diamonds. The thing is, the difference between hearing and what understanding. The difference can be as little as only 5%. If you took an extra step of only 5% and went ahead, rather read a particular book, did some research, consulted, got mentored, booked an appointment with a successful person, then you ask them, how did you start? Can I achieve it as well? I'm assuring you, you are going to be the difference maker. Not only to the society, but even to your own self, to your family, to your society within you. This is it. Let's keep these discussions going. Thanks again for watching this video and making this YouTube channel your #1 channel of personal development, motivation, coaching, mentorship. This is Value Talks Africa. My vision is big. It will even take God to accomplish this particular mission. We want to change the way the youth are thinking. We are changing the mindset. It's a software problem. It's a software problem that we're experiencing. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll be happy to reply or to hear from you, feedbacks and everything. And again, welcome again to our monthly seminars, coachings, one-to-one trainings, and I think the future is bright if you only understood some of the great key concepts. Thank you again.